Hey everybody, it's your boy Brett bringing you the inaugural Pokemon Go video from my page, Too Old for Games. But wanted to go through and just give you guys, I guess, a few tips and tricks of what I've seen and where it really gets started. So just to start with, I'm going to say the game so far for me has pretty much three parts. So far there is level 5 where you get to join a faction, go Team Yellow, Team Instinct. So hit them up. Great team. You know, that was the back in the day. There was Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue. Then they came out with the yellow version, which had Pikachu on there. So that's where I went with that. After level 5, you hit level 10, which for me was where I started to catch stronger Pokemon. I caught my first over 800 Pokemon after level 10. Actually, my first two, and then they just started getting stronger and stronger. Then step 3 for me so far has been level 12, where you get Great Balls. So you get the ability to catch some starter Pokemon, and now you have 2 sets of Pokeballs. The Great Balls will drop from Pokestops, so there you go. Now the reason why I'm making this video is because I was out today, and I went through, and at my local mall, or my local movie complex, there's like a bunch of businesses. It's almost like a huge strip mall, and the movie theater is the focal point. Well, in there we had let's see if I can show you. We had a bunch of the Pokestops, and they were all lit up. And I'm talking, I say at least 5 or 6, all within maybe 30 feet of each other. So all you had to do was walk in a big circle, and you could light these up every 5 minutes and get more Pokeballs and raspberries and everything. The best part about it was there's people out there from kids to, I think I met a doctor, because he actually bumped into me and said hi, and next thing you know, I was like, "What do you do?" He said, "Hey, I'm a doctor." So it was just weird to see somebody, you know, 8, 9, 10 to 50, 60. To myself, I'm 36, so for me, Pokemon was my childhood, and now it's here. More of a live play thing, but what I did is I just walked in a big circle for a good hour with those dropping, and I got refilled with Pokeballs. I'll explain the lucky egg, some eggs I had an incubation hatch, the whole bit. So I'm going to just give you a shot of my Pokemon. We'll go with Combat Power first. So Arcanine, I nicknamed Bite That Ass because he was my first one that dropped. He dropped at 811. Lapras, I caught by the local college, and I'm speaking to you guys from Colorado Springs, Colorado. So for everybody out there, UCCS is where I caught Lapras. Pidgeot, I actually evolved because I wanted to see how it works, so I grabbed one and evolved him. Electrobuzz, I caught. Buzz was an Eevee that I evolved because I happened to get a bunch of Eevees, and then Growlers, more Eevees, then on down. Reason why I'm making this video is because at Kabuto, I actually found him at the movie theater. So Power, again, Colorado Springs, Colorado, Powers and Constitution, the movie theater out there. We got Tucano's, we got a Rock Bottom, just a bunch of restaurants out there. And I'm walking around, and he drops. He's 292, but I hadn't seen him before. So I picked him up. I caught him, of course. And I just realized, like, hey, nobody else was kind of excited. I don't know if they had caught him before, but I went and picked him up. So I'm liking how you can go through and just find Pokemon anywhere. I found water Pokemon and grass. I found grass Pokemon and water, all of the above. Okay? So that's what I've been finding. The eggs that I just hatched, it was this Coughing, which he has Sledge Bomb, and there was another Coughing here. I think he had the same one, Sledge Bomb. Okay. I've picked up a Ghastly, Bulbasaur, Rhyhorn, Drowsy, Pidgeot, Venonat. As you can see, Eevee, Psyduck. I have a lot because that's what I just came from doing, was pretty much farming. And what it did is, no, I'm still going. So Charmander is who I picked in the beginning, and he's only there because that's who I picked. But what it did is, before I started, I was beginning level 11. By the time I finished, as you can see, I'm over level 12, and I've got Great Balls now. And I guess as a tip, here's where I would say the best way to get started. no matter which Pokemon you start with, or if you do the little trick where you walk away from the Pokemon and it gives you an option to pick up Pikachu, which if you get Pikachu, he's kind of hard to find. Um, but what I recommend is you find something like this. You can see the flowers dropping in the background. You go somewhere, college, downtown where the clubs are, like in Colorado Springs, the clubs downtown on the weekends, or actually through the week now, have the businesses are popping these lure patches on the Pokestops to attract people. They're doing it on purpose. Why? Because somebody goes down there, they're sitting on the curb, they're playing Pokemon. Hey, I want a drink, or hey, let's have a beer. It's marketing, it's advertising. They're not stupid, okay? But there's just people out there that are go and say hi, and they're meeting up on Facebook, the whole bit. Go and say hi. Now, be careful. If somebody wants to meet you at 2 in the morning, know your audience, of course. But again, it's just fun. It's out there being how we were when we were younger. You know, a piece of that childhood back. But anyway, you see those Pokestops, you see those flowers going. Go into your items. Drop this lucky egg here. It's a lucky egg that fills with happiness, earns double XP for 30 minutes. So while all these extra Pokemon are flocking to this Pokestop that has a lure patch on it, if I can tap it again, you go through, you rotate it. Of course, I'm nowhere near it. You get your refresh and just pick up every single Pokemon that goes through there. You will level up extremely, extremely fast. I didn't do that. This was my first night anywhere near that, and I leveled up to 12 in maybe an hour. And my little girl got to walk around and play. So it was great. Other than that, other tips and tricks are when it comes to the shop, don't spend, well, you don't really need to spend actual money to buy Pokeballs, because if you go out, you're gonna get Pokeballs like crazy. I left work today at 4 o'clock my time with 20 Pokeballs. I think I'm up to, let's see, I was just there. I'm up to 43, and that's after spending all that time out there catching Pokeballs. Again, when you have 5 Pokestops in a 30-foot walk, every 5 minutes, you're just not going to run out, which gets rid of the need to go into the shop and actually spend money. Because down here at the bottom, you can spend money. Okay? If you want to avoid all that, go through that and build up on what you need. As far as the lure modules, lucky eggs, incubators, incense, you really don't need to spend money on them unless you're trying to level up extremely fast. So if you want, you can buy the PK coins to do that. If not, you can simply take over a gym. I don't have any in my area, as you can see. I live out in the middle of nowhere, so there's none in my area, as you can see. But you can go take over a gym. Once you capture a gym, you can go into the shop, and in the top right-hand corner where you see that shield at 0, that means if you have a Pokemon that's part of a gym that you've taken over for your faction, you'll get 10 PK points. They add up, so on and so forth. And again, it's a way to avoid having to spend money. Okay, I'm not going to cover gym battles because I'm still not fully up on that. There's some glitches and just had a lot of trouble myself. I'm trying to think what else we're going to go through. Pokedex. You can see my Pokedex. If they're lit up and you can see them, that means I've caught them. If they're gray like this one right here, Golbat, that means I've seen him, but I didn't get a chance to catch him. So as you can see, there's a Golbat and a Persian that I've missed out on. I don't think there's anybody else I've missed out on. I've pretty much caught all the ones I've seen. Actually, no. There was a... Actually, I didn't find him. There was a Chansey at my job that I saw, but I couldn't track him down and bring him up, so he disappeared. So there we go. Chalk that up to finding him again. Other than that, you can look in the bottom corner and see what's nearby. The 3 feet print underneath, of course, common sense. If you get those to go down to 2, 1, and then 0, pretty much means you're right on top of him. Word of caution, if you're right on top of him, you might be in somebody's driveway, and they might not like it, especially if you're out at 10 o'clock at night. So be careful. Again, know your audience, know where you are, but have fun with it, because not everybody is into Pokemon, as you know, popular or contrary to popular belief out there. So with that said, I'm going to stop this video here. Again, it was just something to say, hey, everybody, this is where I am. I was out having fun. Colorado Springs shout out. Team Instinct, of course, we're going to hold it down. I know there's a lot of red and blue out there, but Team Instinct is where it was at when I was a kid. with Pokemon Yellow on the original Game Boy in the pea green color with the 4 AA batteries in the back and the crappy sound. So if you know what I'm talking about, shout out when you see this video. I will be posting it in every Facebook channel that I am in. Tips, tricks, ideas, anything you want to see or hear more about, by all means, go ahead and subscribe and let me know in the comments. I will make those videos because I see more and more new people playing. They're asking where to find this, where to find that, and just want to get everybody going in the right direction so we can all have some fun and just get that little piece of childhood back and just enjoy it while it's out and get back to life. So with that said, it's your boy Brett. I will see you guys in the next video.